Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. We're recording from a remote location, so that's why the sound's a bit different than what you're probably used to, but that doesn't mean we are not going to. So we're going to do a quick recap for you today. Before we do that, I'm going to tell you about someone who's been with us all year long. That's Bison Transport, and they are looking for owner-operators right now. They've got their Right to Decide program, which is great for this time of year, and if you're looking for a great company to work for 2026, then Bison Transport should be on your list. You can learn all about them at bisondriving.com. All right, let's get into our show today and talk about some of the things that we've got coming up right after this.
Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
All right, so we are going to do a bit of a review here for you. Because it's a holiday season, we're just going to do some of the shorter stuff. We're going to do a quick review for you in this episode. The next one, we're going to let you know some of the changes we got coming up for 2026, then we got our feature truck. So lots of small episodes this week. But just wanted to let you know, just say a big thank you to everybody for listeners. Let's talk about our listeners and our fan club first. Without you guys, we would not have a station. So we really appreciate you guys sharing our stuff and, keeping engaged with us and listening and all of that. And we hope that you're finding good value out of the podcast. And, of course, our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't keep the show going. It's a lot of work behind the scenes that a lot of times you don't see. And so it's great to see that things are happening that way. And we thank all of the sponsors, whether they've come on for a month or two or whether they've been around all year. We've got a lot of great sponsors that have been with us for years and years. So big thank you to everybody for that as well. All right. And we're going to just talk about some of the stuff that we've gone through over the years. And we'll do the podcast side first because I think that's probably the biggest thing here. We started off. It's funny that we started off where our features ended. So we started off, our first episode in 2025 was shopping for the winner of the feature truck of 2024, which was Daryl Koch from Skillex with his Joker truck. And now here we are at the end of the year, and we just named the 2025 winner another Skillex truck driven by Darren Ladd. So very cool that we've kind of gone full schedule with that for sure. But we've always been focused on we try different things. We try to keep it entertaining. We try to keep it engaged. We try to keep it informative for you. We started off talking a lot about training in January. It was a big time for us to do. We were talking a lot about training in the industry, and we're still talking about training in the industry as we go through today. And in February, we started talking a little bit about for owner operators. So we started theming. That's what we were doing in 2025, was trying to theme the months and some of the stuff that's going on to boost your trucking business. We talked about mechanics. We talked about owner-operator business side, how to keep in touch during the long journeys. Of course, we had a feature truck every Friday. We had almost 50 feature trucks last year, and you guys just voted for the best one of the year, which was really good. We talked about taxes, all that kind of stuff in 2025 in February. In March, we went into a number of different things. We were talking about the job fairs and getting a job. We were looking at it from a career standpoint, a work-life balance for truck drivers in 2025, and how to get hired fast with some of the technology that's out in the industry. And hopefully you took advantage of some of those things as well to make sure that you knew what you're getting into. We talked a lot about technology and insurance in April. We came up with a lot of stuff there. Getting back to basics in training. We covered the TTSAO conference back then, and a lot about insurance and how that can help you as an owner-operator and what you need to look out for that. In May, of course, we got into the truck show season, as they say, and showcased a number of great things. We also talked talked a little bit about cameras and telematics and our feature trucks. And we also started our new Shifting Gears newsletter. I'm not sure if you get that or not. If you don't sign up for the Lead Pedal podcast, the newsletter. We've got a Shifting Gears. So there's two newsletters we send out. One is at the beginning of the month, which showcases what's coming up for the Lead Pedal podcast, changes, the fan club, all that. And then we have another one which is themed careers, business, something like that, to help you as either a driver or owner operator to have a good career. In June, of course, we were into truck show season big time. But we were also talking about what carriers are looking for drivers, road safety, drug and alcohol testing. A lot of those kind of things were on our radar back in June. July is always a great month for shows and equipment and stuff. We were looking at some of the Hall of Fame drivers. We were at PMTC at that time, so we were at their conference, and we're talking a lot about the issues in the trucking industry and what PMTC Hall of Fame drivers were looking at that time as well. In August, we talked a lot about being on the road, staying healthy. Some of the show highlights we did at some of the trucking shows. Was a great way to do that. And of course, September is always a busy month. We had a lot of driver appreciation stuff. It's a big thank you to all of the drivers out there for what they do and how they do it. We were doing a lot of truck history. We had a lot of events going on, like Special Olympics and the Women's Trucking Federation of Canada. So those were the big things going on in September of 2025. And then in October, we got into a number of different things. We were in Calgary, and again, training came up. We were talking a lot about training. We talked with Scott Thomas, whose son was killed in the Humboldt accident. You may want to go and check that out in the October ones. We talked a lot about diversity around that time. We were PTAC. We were doing a lot of work with PTAC at the time and talking about diversity in the industry and who to get into the industry. And it was the first time that we saw the Skillix Custom Peterbilt for the first time, which is the winner again for this year for the featured truck of the year. So that's awesome. In November, we showcased a lot about, we were talking a lot about seasonal jobs and careers and what carriers are looking for in 2026. 2025 was a really weird year with everything that went on. We started voting on our featured truck of the year, and that was a big thing which we finally came into. And then we came into December here, where we were just kind of keeping things on the get-go, if you will, and making sure that you have all the tools that you need to go forward into 2026, and that's what we've been focusing on. Our friends over at Compliance, if you're an owner operator, let's talk about that for a minute. If you're an owner operator, then getting an audit done on your system, whether you have 1 truck, 10 trucks, or 20 trucks, is a great way to do this. And Compliance Mentors with a Z is the way to do that. Just go to compliancementors.com, and the mentors is Z. mentorz.com. Check them out. Get them to get an audit done on your operation. Find out exactly what's going to go on. We know that a lot of things are looking big time for 2026, and we want to see exactly how you feel about those, and we want you to be compliant and safe. And so an audit is a great way to do that. Again, compliancementors.com. All right, when we come back, I'm going to share with you some of the big things that happen on the podcast and the radio side. So stay with us.
By far my favorite station.
You're the best. Oh, yeah.
I love you guys.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to share the podcast on your favorite social media channels.
All right, so let's talk about what some of the big things that happened to us within the year. First thing is, I think the biggest thing is that the podcast caught 10 years in existence. That's right. We've been around since 10 years. 2015 is when we started the podcast in May of 2015. And here we are 10 years later. Didn't even know what we were doing. Some might argue that we still don't know what we're doing, but we're trying to do the best we can. And that's what we do. And we want to be positive. We want to be informational, and we want to be entertainment for you as well. So the podcast started in 2015. We reached 10 years this year, and then the radio side, Lead Pedal Radio, started in the pandemic in 2020, and that hit 5 years in August of this year. So some big milestones for us, and again, we've looked at it and we go, okay, so where are we? Are we enjoying doing this? The way I always look at this stuff is I go, do I enjoy doing it? Yes. Is it something I'm still passionate about? Yes. Is it something that's worth us doing from a monetary standpoint? And the answer is yes. And do people seem to keep enjoying it? And the answer is yes. So, you know what? Those are 4 big yeses. So that means we're going to keep going on. But we are going to change things up. We want things to be new for you. So we'll be talking about that in our next episode. But just wanted to say thank you to everybody for allowing us to be part of your world in the trucking industry. I stopped driving, so I still miss the driving, but I do love being at the shows and seeing everybody, and looking forward to a big 2026 for everybody. So I want to just before we go, just talk a little bit about Rosedale Transport. That's right. If you're looking for a stable company, they've been around for 50 years, forget 10 years. And they've been with us for 8 years, and they're a really good company. They've got lots of opportunities in local, regional, highway, and owner-operator. So if you're in any of those areas for your career and you're looking for a stable career, they've got terminals all across North America. Go to rosedalegroup.com and click on the careers tab is where you can find them. All right, my friends, thank you everybody for supporting the show. Thanks for being with us. We got lots of things on the works for 2026, and we hope that you'll stay with us and hope you're enjoying the programming. All right, my friends, if you're listening to this the day of, happy holidays to you. Whether we think we're past Christmas, but we are also into the new year, and hopefully it's going to be a successful one for you. All right, we'll talk to you later. Be good out there. Bye for now.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com, and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.